Yeah, Big Baby JTV. Let's start off with a like. Let's get the comments going. Go to Patreon. This is a Patreon early exclusive for the Baby Bunch. Shout out to y'all. Y'all make it happen every freaking day. I love y'all. Man, this clown, Justin, won a minority election, right? He won a minority election, literally exercising zero progress. But all he did, let me repeat again. All this dude did was waste our time. He just wasted our time, y'all. He just wasted our time. So let's summarize what happened in the elections for 2021. What just happened? What happened when we all voted and went to the polls, right? What happened is the Liberals maybe gained one seat, right? The Conservatives lost a few seats. The Bloc Québécois gained a few seats. NDP stayed the same. The Greens lost a seat. And obviously the PPC did not get anything. But what this tells us, though, if you look at actually the popular vote, right? The popular vote went to the Conservatives, meaning most Canadians voted Conservatives. You know what I'm saying? If we look at the plurality of it, right? But when you look at being elected in Canada, the party with the most seats, you know what I'm saying, the most ministers of parliament, MPs, is the one that's going to win. Right? If it's less than 170 seats that a political party gets, you know what I'm saying? That political party is a minority government. So what does that mean? That means that everything we just did was a massive waste of time because nothing really has changed. And this is why people freaking hate politics, right? Because it looks like an exercise of nothingness. What does that mean? That means it looks like these politicians are just wasting our time, bruh. Look, when you're in a minority government, right, you can't get much done. Why is that? Because if you want to pass a law or a bill, you need to have a majority of the House of Commons in order for that to pass. And then it goes to the Senate. The Senate is usually controlled by the governing party, right? And that is the Senate that decides and ratifies any bills and laws and stuff like that. What does that mean, bro? I just took y'all to civics class. Shouts out to me. What does that mean, y'all? That means that all of this, everything that Justin Trudeau did, calling this election, campaigning, all of that, to get a majority government was a waste of our freaking time, and more specifically, it was a waste of taxpayer money. And that's why Canadians should be cheesed. That's why you should be cheesed. If you're a Canadian, you should be vexed right now. For the simple fact that you went to the polls, right? For the simple fact that this whole election cost about $610 million flushed down the toilet just for us to repeat the same cycle. Bro, that's like you going to work out, and then right after your workout, you go have some beers and some hamburgers. Bro, you just wasted your whole gains. You look like an idiot right now, right? So you're doing an exercise of futility. You're doing something that's a waste of time. Now, what other notes can we take from this? We can take that the Liberals are stupid and they wasted everybody's time, specifically Justin Trudeau. We can realize that most Canadians, right, do not want Trudeau in power, do not like the Liberal government. That's why there's more division in terms of the voters. We can deduct that the PPC is rising and has gotten more popular than we expected. We can deduce that Aaron O'Toole and the Conservatives are trash at their messaging and their presentation to the point that they lost seats. You know what I'm saying? Last, in the 2019 election, they had 121 seats. This election, they have 119. So they lost seats. They lost momentum. Even though the polls said that they were dead even with the Liberals, the polls were wrong. They were wrong, fam. Right? We can learn that the NDP barely made some gains too. You know what I'm saying? They actually gained maybe one seat I was wrong before. I wasn't saying that they didn't gain. Actually, yeah. They gained 1 seat, you know what I'm saying? But basically that did not change. The popular vote still was going to mostly the conservatives, right? We can learn that the Bloc made some substantial movements. Now they have 34 seats, and before they used to have 32, right? So they made some gains. I think the Bloc and the PPC were the biggest stories here, because the Bloc gained by the leadership of Yves Francois Blanchet, and he was able to galvanize the Quebec movement that supported the Bloc, especially outside of the major cities, outside of Montreal, you know what I'm saying, Quebec City. He was able to galvanize the Bloc. Green didn't do much. They actually lost seats, and that's kind of messed up, because Anne May Paul, her own caucus, her own party is having beef with her, right? So what can we learn from this? What can we learn from this? We can learn that in the future we're going to have another election, and it's coming very soon, right? So we had an election in 2019. We had an election in 2021. I'm predicting we're going to have an election in 2023, because most minority governments don't last for a long time, right? They last for 18 to 24 months on average, right? Until there's another election. Why was Stephen Harper in power for so long? Because he had consistent majority governments. And what's looking like right now is that Aaron O'Toole is looking more and more weak. And I'm predicting he won't be the leader of the Conservatives by the end of next year, by the end of 2022. Bruh, if Andrew Scheer did better than you in an election, that is sad, bruh. That is something that you need to fix up, okay? We're going to also see that the NDP with Jagmeet Singh, they're doing not much. Can be popular on social media, but can you get people to go to the polls and vote you in? Which is something that is a disconnect for him, right? That's something he needs to work on, right? But also, in the future, it means that in order for Trudeau to do anything, he needs Jagmeet Singh. He needs the NDP, because the NDP aligns itself similarly to Justin Trudeau and the Liberals, right? Liberals are centrist, but they're left of center. And guess who's the most leftist guy really in Parliament right now is Jagmeet Singh. So he has to form alliances. So the NDP might have low-key power, a lot of power. So will Yves Francois Blanchet. So what it is that Justin Trudeau will have to do a lot of more politicking than ever before, right? In order for him to maintain his power, right? The Greens and PPC, they are both on extremes, but I can see the PPC overtaking the Greens for the simple fact that they had more of the popular vote than the Greens, okay? So y'all let me know what y'all think, man. $610 million down the toilet because our stupid prime minister wanted to flex. You know what I'm saying? When keeping it real goes wrong, when flexing goes wrong. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Was this a stupid election? Was it right? Do you think it was necessary? Big Baby J. Like the video, subscribe, and I'm out.